I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we could all rise, please all rise for our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, Clerk. Could you please call the roll?
Trustee Kahn?
Here.
Trustee Minks?
Here.
Trustee Sheba?
Here.
Trustee Thill?
Here.
Trustee Travis?
Here.
Trustee Whitko?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. I need an approval of our regular meeting minutes of November 26, 2024.
I'll make the motion to approve the regular meeting minutes of November 26, 2024.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Minks, seconded by Trustee Whitko to accept our approval of the minutes. Are there any corrections, discussion, clarification? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Special reports, we have a Mavis Award and decoration for District Chief Will Paces, presented by Mavis of Illinois. So if you guys want to come down to the podium.
It's the wrong number. Look, I'll text you.
Good evening. Good evening. For what a showing. This is really good to see. Congratulations with the chief for the promotion. The reason I'm here today, my name is Patrick Harden. I'm USAR Operations Branch Chief with Mavis, Illinois. Gives great honor to give the presentation to your Chief Paces. In my world, he's just a search manager, but he does so much more for the team. He started as a rescue specialist back in 2008. He also branched up and went to search manager, and he was a logistics specialist as well. Very proud on January 1st, he will be named a task force leader. So that's a great privilege for Will, as well as he's been serving Mavis, Illinois since 2007 with Hurricane Katrina. So Will has done a great job serving the village here as well as Mavis, Illinois. He's been in North Carolina twice and helping the people of North Carolina. The last one, it was quite exciting for Will to go out there. He did finally make the cut. He went out and served with honor. The conditions they were in were unbelievable. Never seen such devastation. And Will successfully came back with 11 other members and served us well. He did 18 saves in one day, pulling people out of trees, other instances off of rooftops. So the conditions that he saw were, again, never seen in that region. So once again, thank you, Will, for your service. So the Mavis Award and Decoration, this is to certify that the Presidents of Mutual Aid Box Alarm System has authorized by executive direction and the order to be awarded Humanitarian Service Medal, Hurricane Helene, State of North Carolina. Response and relief efforts to Will Paces, Illinois Task Force 1. For outstanding and sustained individual and team actions for a period of September and October 2024. In service within the state of North Carolina, Hurricane Helene response and relief effort. I present this to you from the CEO and the President. Congratulations, Will. Mr. Mayor, do you, or Mr. Village President, would you have a moment to step down here too?
You can call me Dan.
Okay. One of the things that Mavis has really stepped up the last few years is to recognize the villages and the fire departments for all their efforts letting people go out and help people out in devastation. So, Mr. Dan? Okay. Chief, would you like to get on the right side of him too? We present the Mavis Humanitarian Award to the village. That's very special. Another member is on the team as well. You've let them serve and help Mavis, Illinois for years. So again, thank you. So this is presented to Morton Grove Village and Fire Department in appreciation for your support of the Mavis Swiftwater Rescue Team's deployment to North Carolina in response to Hurricane Helene. September, October 2024. Thank you for allowing them to serve.
Very nice, thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
No, I just want to thank everybody for acknowledging DC Paces and the effort that they put in. Got an opportunity to see some of the pictures that came back from North Carolina, and you can't imagine the devastation in that state, what they had to deal with, how they had to live for 2 weeks that they were there. It's really an remarkable event, and he's to really be appreciated, and thanks for what he did while he was out there with the rest of his team. So thank you very much.
Just real quick, I just want to say thank you to the board and the village administration and the fire chief, previous fire chiefs for supporting Mavis and the task force. That support has made a difference in countless communities, you know, and countless people's lives. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. Well, thanks. Great job. Makes us proud as always. So,
Your
public hearings, there are none.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Usually I don't like to butt in until it's my turn to say something, but I wanted to mention, since everyone's here, I was involved through Mavis and Hurricane Katrina, and I was blown away by how well organized Mavis was and how much help that our team from Mavis 5 did for Hurricane Katrina. So you guys are awesome. You really are. And thank you for everything you do.
Great point, Rita. Public hearings, none. Plan commission reports are none. Residents' comments, this is on agenda items only. Residents' comments on agenda items only. Is it on agenda item, Eric? Come on down.
Somebody left their badge up here. Eric Potters, former unincorporated Morton Grove Glenview resident since I was 4 years old in 1975 until 2005, and Morton Grove proper resident from 2005 to 2022. I walked in today and a trustee made a comment to me that he doesn't want me to come back to town. So I'm going to switch what I was going to say. Mayor Dan, ¿cómo estáis? Trustee Khan, assalamu alaikum. Trustees Minks, Phil, Corporation Counsel, guten Tag or bonjour. And Trustee Sheba, if I say it wrong, please correct me. Shamaluk. And Trustee Whitko, Jiahuch. Is that right? They say when you're an Eagle Scout and a Boy Scout that when you come into an area and you leave it better than it was. And I cannot wait to see what this man is going to do with this village. He's one of the unsung heroes of the village of Morton Grove, and I have so much respect for you, man. I really, really do. He's the type of person that you never see what he does. You never see how smart he is. You never see the things he does with teamwork. You never want to get in a ring with him. I will tell you that. And I've kind of come out of retirement just for you, and I will do the same thing for your deputy chief in January. And I just have a little pin for you. This is from the public. It says, "Catch me at the next public meeting." It's from Civic Day at the city of Chicago. These gentlemen risk their lives every day, but they also use their minds in ways that people don't know. It's called collaboration and teamwork. And with that, I'll end my public comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Any other residents' comments on agenda items? Hearing none, President's report. I do have a proclamation, and that would be for our Niles Township Food Pantry. And I think Peggy, where are you, Peg? Come on down. So this is a proclamation for some more unsung heroes, and that's the people that work sometimes at the Niles Township that feed a lot of hungry people. I know we live in our little sheltered world, most of us, I do believe that, and we don't realize that right in our own backyards, and some of our neighbors are going there for food. So this is a very special proclamation. Whereas the Niles Township Food Pantry initially started out in the basement of the Niles Township building at 5255 Lincoln Avenue in Skokie with a shelf containing some canned goods just in case someone was in need. It then grew to be back room of the township's building with one full-time employee. And whereas in 2009, the Niles Township reestablished the food pantry in their annex building at 8341 Lockwood, the former site of a daycare facility. And whereas in 2023, the food pantry served, I want everybody to listen to these numbers carefully because this will wake you up. Whereas in 2023, the food pantry served more than 70,200 individuals and some 3,300 separate households, more than 8% of total households in Niles Township, as many families rely on the pantry on a regular basis. In 2023, the pantry distributed nearly 1.4 million pounds of food, where about half of all households in our coverage area use food stamps. And whereas there continues to be a profound demand for emergency food due to multiple factors, and the demand to operate food banks like the Niles Township Food Pantry is more crucial than ever, as sad as that is. And whereas the pantry continues to provide meaningful volunteer services and in-pantry shopping to those who are food insecure. And whereas the Niles Township Food Pantry Foundation is collecting monetary donations this year to purchase holiday gift cards so children from families in need can also enjoy the upcoming holidays. In 2023, 1,000 children were able to receive a gift because of this drive. So everybody pay attention to that. Let's try to get that information out, Chuck, as best as we can so we can make it more than that. Whereas the food pantry is run and it is supported by Niles Township government. So when you see that on your tax bill, now you know that at least a portion of your tax bill is not getting wasted, other than the village, of course. The rest of them, not so much. Whereas the food and other services provided to food pantry clients are paid for out of the Niles Township Food Pantry Foundation, a 501c3 charitable corporation. Now, therefore, I, Daniel DeMaria, Mayor of the Village of Morton Grove, do hereby proclaim the month of December 2024 as Niles Township Food Pantry Awareness Month. In the Village of Morton Grove, and I urge all residents to please support the efforts of the Niles Township Food Pantry Foundation by making monetary donations if you can, or food to the food pantry. Holiday gift cards will be also generated from that monetary donation, as I mentioned earlier. And by donating, whenever possibly, toiletry items and non-perishable food goods. So if you don't have the money to do it, bring some non-perishables. That helps probably just as much sometimes, right? And witness whereof I have hereon to set my hand and cause to be affixed the seal of the Village of Morton Grove, Daniel P. DeMaria, Village President. Yeah, for sure.
Well, Mayor Dan, actually, he jumped into, already did my donation pitch. So 5255 Lincoln Avenue, Skokie 60077 for donations. But I am Peggy Tollison, Niles Township trustee, and this is Lisa Hanley, a Niles Township Food Pantry Foundation board member. We appreciate this proclamation so much and shining a light on food insecurity that still exists within our community. We all think that we live in a nice kind of middle class and everybody's doing well, but unfortunately everybody isn't doing well. So thank you so much, Mayor Dan, and thank you, trustees, for, again, shining the light on food insecurity. Lisa?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. We are truly honored to accept this proclamation designating December as Niles Township Food Pantry Awareness Month. This recognition highlights the importance of community, compassion, and values that are at the heart of everything we do here in Niles Township. Food insecurity affects too many individuals and families in our community, and it is crucial that we continue to work towards solutions that ensure everyone has access to the nutrition they need to thrive. So thank you, Board, very much. We appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I do also, before I get to the exciting part of the night, I do want to remind everybody that of our dates for our village board meetings. They will not change. They'll be on the second and fourth Tuesdays of every month, which would be January 14th, January 28th, February 11th, February 25th, March 11th, March 25th, April 8th, April 22nd, May 13th, May 22nd, May 27th, June 10th, June 24th, July 8th, July 22nd, August 12th, August 26th, September 9th, September 23rd, October 14th, October 28th, November 12th, November 25th, December 9th, and then the December 23rd meeting will be canceled for the holidays. Please note that the first meeting in November will be held on Wednesday, November 12th, to allow observance for our Veterans Day on November 11th, and the village offices will be closed. So that one will be, the November 12th meeting will be on Wednesday. Now on to the good stuff. We have an appointment tonight of the police chief, Mike Weitzel. So Mike, if you could come down to the podium. So, our last meeting, we said goodbye to a great former chief. I already see he's enjoyed retirement. He showed up tonight in a flannel shirt and jeans, so I didn't even recognize the guy. So, Mike, you're always welcome, but at least try to announce yourself, because I didn't recognize you, to be honest with you. No, this is Mike Weitzel's night, and it is with great pleasure that I get to appoint Mike Weitzel as the village's police chief tonight. In his 24 years with the village, he has shown an incredible aptitude for law enforcement and dedication to our residents. This next step in his career continues his journey as a dedicated public servant, having previously served as a specialist in the United States Army Reserve, thank you for your service, followed by 24 years as a sworn member of the Morton Grove Police Department. We are lucky to have Mike, Chief Weitzel, continue the improvements started by Chief Simo. Again, Chief, thank you for this unbelievable department. We thank all of our police men and women in our department as well. With that, I'm from here. I normally would do it up there, but I do need a motion and a second to appoint Mike Weitzel as our police chief.
I'll make the motion to appoint Mike Weitzel as the new police chief of the Morton Grove.
Second.
Motion's been made by Trustee Minks, seconded by Trustee Whitko, to appoint Mike Weitzel as our police chief. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. With that being said, we got to do a little swearing in here. And he's already being a chief. He says, Mayor, there's a copy there if you need it. I know, buddy. I've done this a few times. So, Michael, stand over here for now, if you could. You want to stand right here? And then you're going to put this pin. Mike Simpkins is a little bit better with that pinning thing than I do, but here we go. Michael, if you could raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Michael J. Weitzel,
Do solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the rules, regulations, and ordinances of the Village of Morton Grove,
the rules, regulations, and ordinances of the Village of Morton Grove,
the rules and regulations, practices, and procedures of the Morton Grove Police Department,
the rules, regulations, practices, and procedures of the Morton Grove Police Department,
and of the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Police Chief as the Village of Morton Grove, for the Village of Morton Grove, according to the best of your ability.
of the Board of Fire and Police Commissioners, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Office of Police Chief of the Village of Morton Grove according to the best of my ability.
Wow, that was impressive. Congratulations. Yep, and then if we could get some pins.
Well, how about we get a picture with Mr. Mayor?
Just taking care of some paperwork.
All right. All right. Well, thanks everybody for being here. So I had every intention of being brief, but now I see my kids are here as a captive audience. And normally, when I start talking, as everybody who has kids will know, they start heading in the opposite direction. So I'm going to take advantage of this. I apologize to the fire department for the capacity in here today, but appreciate you turning a blind eye, Chief Ensign. So thanks to everybody who took the time to be here tonight. It's way too much fuss. Way too much fuss. Anyhow, I appreciate all of you. You probably wouldn't be my friends anymore if I took the time to thank each of you personally. So we'll do that later. Monica, Emma, Katie, and Gabriel. Well, I guess I got to thank you. You're amazing people, and I'm lucky to have you. Granny, everybody, that's my ma sitting in the second row. So she came to this country at 13 years old. He's laughing. A refugee from World War II, okay? 5 years in a relocation camp. And so, if you want anybody in this room who has an appreciation for this country, it's me, because she gave that to me. All right, now we're done with the emotional stuff, okay? So, that is what I appreciate more about her than anything else. I love this country so much, and that came from her. So, now, I love this country. A lot of great folks in this room share that thought. As a young patrol officer, I met a guy who I thought it was a little strange how much he loved the village of Morton Grove. He wasn't a trustee yet. He was a local businessman, then became a trustee, and now our mayor, Dan DeMaria. And it was a little odd how much he loved the village of Morton Grove. I was a policeman, much like Dan Dom over there. You know what I was focused on? Going, handling my calls, hanging out with my partner, doing stuff like that. I didn't get it. But then, I'm just going to look at Scott Suchek, and then there's no emotion for the rest of the night, because I'm going to hear about this later. Oh, boy, am I going to hear about this later. So anyhow, like, it rubs off on you how much he loves the village of Morton Grove, because it is a special place. All right, now I'll run through a couple of special people. There's a lot more words on this piece of paper that I'm just going to dispense with. So the village board, so there's some other police chiefs here, Bob Campworth, Sean Gilhooly, Rob Barretto. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you knew how lucky that the chiefs in this place are, having this village board, this mayor, you guys, I'm sure you're lucky too, but I don't know if you have what we have here. So the Fire and Police Commission, I know Mike Simpkins is in the room. I didn't see if Tony and Eric are here, but Mike Simpkins, wherever he is, Mike has hired every police officer who works here. He hired me almost 25 years ago, and I'm pretty sure he hired Brian and Jeremy Schutte. So he's hired every policeman and woman who works here. It's an incredible feat to do this for 25 years. And we really appreciate you. The community groups in here, the Morton Grove Days Commission, the MEC, all the other religious institutions, what great partners you are. And we really appreciate that, and we'll keep working on those relationships. The other departments here, MGFD, the best around. Chief Ensign, all the guys that work for you. Some of you younger guys who don't know me very well, myself and Adam Tabor sitting in the back row there, we used to have your door codes. So when you guys were out on runs, we'd go to Station 4 and Station 5, right? I'm sure Fasolo and Paces and those guys remember it. So we love you guys. You guys are the best. Speaking of great departments, Morton Grove Public Works, best in the business. Barry Albach, how much do I love the Public Works? I do, yeah. We couldn't do what we do without Public Works, right? Whether it's we go on a fatal crash scene, they're there to help us, or just the roads that we need to traverse just to get somewhere. Absolutely best in the business. Community development, finance, building, and inspectional services, unsung heroes. They do all the things that make this village thrive. Chuck Myers has only been here a short period of time, and Zoe Hydorn has only been in her capacity for a fairly short period of time. But you're amazing leaders, and I know all the other department heads would join me in thanking you for making this a great place to work. So I already mentioned Bob Campworth from Park Ridge, Sean Gilhooly, Mike Merzen from CPD. I thought I saw him here. No? He's in the hall. Somebody tell Mike I appreciate him. Rob Barretto from Roselle, Paul Yaris from the Illinois Department of Revenue, Eric Deloy and Brent Reynolds from our Public Safety Dispatch Center. And if I missed any other, Dan Mashanky, retired from South Elgin, Sergeant. And if I missed any other chiefs, I appreciate you being here. Or folks from other departments, I appreciate you. You can yell out now, or you can yell at me later that I didn't mention you. But I think I got everybody. I appreciate your friendship. If you need something, let me know. Illinois Fraternal Order of Police and the local bargaining unit number 135. I appreciate everything you guys do. The officers who work on the bargaining team do it on their own time and dime, and we couldn't do it without you guys. Man, I lost my place. Fenley, Brian Fenley, Dennis Johnson, Jen. I apologize in advance for all the work. But you guys are the biggest believers in the mission of law enforcement. I appreciate you. Now, let's tell the truth. It's going to be good luck keeping up with me, but we all know the real deal is keeping up with Jen. So anybody that works here knows that's the truth. So my old partner, Adam Tabor. Fill in the blanks. Retired Commander Jim Weiss, who's hopefully watching from Arizona. Thanks for everything you did. Cody Jones flew here from Texas. My brother. Chief Simon. I never saw him get like this, so he's got that on me. But thanks for letting us learn from you. Your influence is recognizable in every person and in every facet of this place. I got to confess something. I've been a little busy for like a week and a half, so I have played no guitar. So our band is not coming together. So, but sooner or later. And lastly, the coppers, the civilians who work here. I said how much I appreciate this country. You're the people that secure that promise of this country for everyone in this village. So I'll leave you with three things, and I've been harping on these things since I became a boss in 2012, I think. Teamwork, communication, thoroughness. You guys roll with those principles, and every day is going to go just fine, and I will do the same. Appreciate everybody. So.
I must have taught you how to
That was
cry.
terrible, right?
Yeah, that's great.
I don't want to stand next to Gabe. If I stand next to him, I look short. All good? All right.
Mike, now I really know I made the right decision, because for 25 years I've been on the board, 12 as mayor. I was the only male that cried at these meetings, and you just did it. Nice, brother. And learn from your father. Real men cry. Don't forget it. Next up, I would like to ask Eric Miller and Chief Ralph Ensign to come on down to the podium. I know, Eric, you got a few words to say.
Good evening. For those of you that don't know, this is Fire Chief Ensign's last board meeting. He's due to retire at the beginning of January, and I'd like to read a statement of appreciation from our firefighters associations. Chief Ensign, on behalf of the Morton Grove Firefighters Association, we'd like to congratulate you on your retirement. The village and fire department are better because of your stewardship and leadership. In your 3 years of service to the village, you had many accomplishments. We are grateful for your administration and direction in purchasing of 2 new fire engines, a new ambulance, working with the village and building department during the Station 5 renovation and the Station 5 kitchen remodel, and working with the fire department membership to develop both the fire department open house and the Citizens Fire Academy. We're also grateful for your leadership and mentorship in developing a succession plan, creating both the Labor Management Committee and Peer Fitness Committee, and acting as an advisor during collective bargaining. Chief, we wish you a long and healthy retirement. After 50 years, almost 50 years in the fire service, you've earned it.
Here to speak last. On behalf of the village board as well, Ralph, we want to thank you for your 3 years of service to not only Morton Grove but the Chicagoland area as well. 48 years of public service is a very long time. We've been fortunate to have the chief with us since 2021. As Eric said, prior to joining and leading our team, the chief was on all-call fire and paramedic for the Winnetka Fire Department. He worked from the position of firefighter up to battalion chief in Highland Park, and then became the deputy chief and eventually fire chief with Glenview, where we got him from. And then during his time here, as Eric mentioned, you have left a mark on our community with many projects: our Citizens Police and Fire Academy, the acquiring of a new self-contained breathing apparatus for employee safety, and improve the overall safety for first responders. He's encouraged and facilitated growth of staff members within the department and kept our community safe. On behalf of all of the elected officials, I want to say thank you, Chief, and ask you to step forward if you wanted to say some words, but we're very grateful. We're going to miss you. Enjoy retirement.
This is all I got. So. First of all, I'd like to just introduce everybody to my wife, Diana, 44 years in the back there. She's had to put up with this nonsense since 1976. To the mayor and the board, I told the mayor this at Mike Simo's retirement party, that I've never worked with a board that is as friendly, open as this board is. Every meeting, somebody comes to the back of the room and says hello, talks. Mayor, it's wonderful. You don't see that in any other community that I've worked in or that I know about. So thank you very much for that, and how much you've supported the fire department is appreciated. Mike Simpkins is here. They've almost become regulars at the fire station recently due to police and fire hirings. Thanks, Mike, for all your support of the fire department and the police department. We really appreciate everything you do. To Chuck, welcome again. Thank you. To Ralph and Tom, their support and mentoring when I came into the village made my transition here very easy. I'd like to thank the 3 district chiefs, Will, Dan Gallagher, and Dennis Kennedy. They go above and beyond helping me do my job every day, which really made it coming to work every day a pleasure for me. A big thanks go out to Mary Jo. Someone says she's here, but I haven't seen her yet. Oh, there you are, Mary Jo. Mary Jo has set the record for people that have worked in the village of Morton Grove. I don't think there's a day yet that Mary Jo and I don't laugh about something. It may be somebody else's expense, but thank you to you and Cheeky every day, just coming to work in a great mood and having fun at work, and that's what it's all about for me.
Mary Jo.
And I just want to say thank you to the members of the department. The reputation of this department, the culture that's in the fire stations is second to none. This Eric Deloy and Brent Reynolds would know, I've worked with them for a long time. To get me out of retirement, to come back to work into the fire station, which I love, is because of you guys. I knew a lot about this department before I came here, and when the opportunity came about, I jumped on it because I wanted to come work with Morton Grove. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. That's all I've got to say. Mike stole some of my thunder, who I was going to thank, but thank the citizens of this town. Thank the police department. We have a great working relationship with you, and be safe over the holidays. Thank you.
So if you're here for either Mike or Ralph, I'm going to, as I always say, now's your time to go. I would go, because it doesn't get real much more exciting than we just did. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to leave, and then we're going to resume the meeting in about 2 minutes. Thank you.
That's easy.
It would be kind of hard to change it now that Janine's going to come in, so I know you'd want to get out of it, but
Where's the administrators? I had them. My appointment. There, I got it. No, right here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Chief Weitzel. Chief Mike. See you guys. All right.
Thanks for being here, Jeff.
Ella. Want to me and him? Sorry. I want a picture with the
I
chief.
just got this. What's the department? Yeah. Right here.
It's like you're famous here.
For
That
this
was
one
an
and
amazing
this
speech, and you made me cry. No, it was amazing. All right.
I'll get it. Yes. No.
you earned it.
Congratulations.
You're too kind. See you over there? Hey, you don't
You balanced our budget by spending all our money.
Congratulations, honey. I have to get, no, and my husband said, yeah, his number, he's leaving December 31st. You guys can golf together. Oh, gosh. He just built a house there.
Oh,
In
but where you
Arizona.
like to go?
Yeah.
So he's got a house in Arizona,
He just built it. He just
and,
moved.
and he's got one in Wisconsin.
Yeah, he just fit. That's probably why he lived here for 3 years.
What's that?
Probably lived here for 3 years to pick up a house.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yes.
My God.
Well, he asked me, do you want me to move back? I said, no.
Oh, there's 11. It is funny that there's like now. Oh,
No, I said there's going to be 12 people left.
okay.
That
You were good.
aren't us. There's 11.
That aren't us?
That aren't like us and staff.
Ralph's, I mean, Chuck's gonna be
11. They're always 3. I said there'd be 12. I need one more person to sit down. That's not us.
They're down.
What's that?
Do you know the
Yeah.
grotto out there at Maryville?
I'm just gonna start.
They had the horses go through the forest preserves.
I have a few
900
administrative
horses.
appointments for calendar year 2025. Village administrative appointments, these will be effective from January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025. Village administrator and building commissioner will be Chuck Meyer. Corporate counsel, Teresa Hoffman-Liston. Finance director, Hannah Sullivan. Fire chief, Ralph Ensign. Chief of Police, Mike Weitzel. Director of Public Works, Michael Lukic. Assistant Village Administrator, Zoe Hydorn. Village Prosecutor will be Wayne Addis, and our Education Hearing Officer will be Daniel Didich. I do need a motion to approve these appointments.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Thill, seconded by trustee Travis to approve the village administrative appointments. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. I have some board and commission chair people as well that I will be appointing.
Okay, there's 12.
The Advisory Commission on Aging will be Hope Hornstein. Parents Commission, John Petron. Community Relations Commission, Teresa Pollack. Economic Development Commissioner, Mark Fernandez. Environment and Natural Resource Commission, Georgie Bruner. Fire and Police Commissioner, Michael Simpkins. Planning Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, Chris Kittner. Special Events Commission, Paul Minks, nobody better in the biz. Traffic Safety Commission, Keith White. So those are going to be the chairperson appointments effective January 1st through December 31st. I didn't think so. The board and commission meeting dates for the calendar year 2025 are posted, as always, and will be posted, obviously, as each month passes and meeting comes, as meetings arise, they'll be posted as well. Trustee liaison assignments for calendar year 2025 as of right now are remaining the same. Couple things, exciting things, Metro Station update starting tomorrow. The village's train station contractor will be working in Lehigh Avenue to install a water service line for the new train station building. One lane of traffic will be open with flaggers controlling traffic movements to allow for north and south traffic. Commuters should allow a few extra minutes to get to the train station if needing to pass through the intersection of Lehigh and Chestnut. You can always obviously stay up to date with any of our village events at our on the village website. Sign up for our e-news and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Other than that, I really don't have any other business. I do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to whatever it is that you celebrate. Wish all the best for all of our families here in the village of Morton Grove and for the village in 2025, because we won't be seeing anybody until January 2025. So just want to say that. God bless Morton Grove and God bless the United States, and I hope everybody has a safe holiday season, as I said, for whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. Other than that, I have no other business. Clerk's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. We just began our walking at the Prairie View Community Center every day, Monday through Friday, from 8 till 9 a.m. And it's in the Park District brochure, and it's also on the postcard from the village. So if you have any questions, you can always give somebody a call at the village or the Park District. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Clerk. Staff report, Village Administrator.
Yes, Mayor, my apologies in advance. I do a longer report tonight. Just to echo what you said earlier, we will be canceling the 24th meeting in 2 weeks, so the next meeting of the village board will be January 14th, 2025. Also want to announce the holiday schedule for when Village Hall and Public Works will be closed next year. We will be closed on New Year's Day, Memorial Day, the 4th of July, Labor Day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving Day, the Friday after Thanksgiving, and Christmas Day. And with that, I'll go on to the formal items on the agenda. First one is the second reading for consideration of ordinance 2423, which is an ordinance approving and authorizing the modification of an economic incentive and tax increment allocation financing development agreement by and between the Village of Morton Grove, Illinois, and PP Properties LLC in regard to certain real property located in the Lehigh Ferris tax increment financing and development area, and the expenditure of funds from the Lehigh Ferris tax increment financing district.
This is a second read, so I need a motion to approve ordinance 24-23.
I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 2423.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee Thill. Any discussions, questions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba. Aye. Trustee Thill.
Aye.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
Trustee Whitko.
Aye.
Ordinance 24-23 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
For a second reading, I'd also like to present ordinance 2424, which is authorizing the transfer of funds from the Lehigh Avenue, Ferris Avenue Tax Increment Financing District to the Lincoln Lehigh Tax Increment Financing District within the Village of Morton Grove, Cook County.
This is also a second read. I would need a motion to approve ordinance 24-24.
I make a motion to approve the ordinance 24-24 as presented.
Second?
Motion made by trustee Khan, seconded by trustee Travis. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba. Aye. Trustee Thill.
Aye.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
Trustee Whitko.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Ordinance 24-24 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
And my apologies, it sounds like my mic might be not working, so borrow yours. Next item is ordinance 2420, which is the second reading, and it's terminating the designation of the Ferris Avenue, Lehigh Avenue redevelopment project area.
This is a second reading. We also would need a motion to approve ordinance 24-20.
I make, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion motion to approve ordinance 24-20.
Second. Motion made by trustee Sheba, seconded by trustee Whitko. Any discussions, questions, clarifications?
When this was first organized, I never thought I'd live long enough to see it close.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
And besides that, it was probably one of the state's most popular and productive one that was ever passed. Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Ordinance 24-20 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Just a quick comment on ordinance 24-20. I know Terry was on the board with us at the time we passed that. That did seem like a lifetime ago. And, you know, we took a lot of heat. You're giving the developer money, which we hear all the stuff. Same like with Moretti's, it's blah, 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 blah. But when you stand strong to something that you believe in and you know that's right and you know is going to be successful, this one, you can look it up. This is one of the most successful TIFs in Illinois. So very grateful. Sad to be kind of closing it. And I think it's great because Morton Grove, during a lot of villages don't do necessarily what Morton Grove does during the TIF. We try to make sure that the schools are satisfied during that time so they don't lose their cash flow. But here's the beautiful thing about this. At the end of the day, the school district will receive over $1 million a year moving forward because of this TIF. So again, it's not just about the village being successful, it's also the school district. So we're very, very happy with this, and it's kind of funny because I kind of feel, I can't believe that we're closing it. I'm like, oh my God, that beautiful TIF's closed. But we have a new exciting TIF working over here, so it's going to be just as good. So I just wanted to comment on that because I can't believe, to your point, John, that 23 years ago I was on the board when we did this, and I thought, oh God, who knows where I'll be when this thing expires, and here I am, grayer and older, and Terry's still young, though. Okay, Chuck, go ahead.
The next one is a ordinance 2430, and it's a first reading, and I would request a waiver of the second reading, and it's authorizing the Village of Morton Grove to sell property commonly known as 6210 Dempster Street, Morton Grove, Illinois. And I will just add, we are in the final stages of negotiating, and there might be some changes, but they'll be substantially similar to the agreement. Oh,
You just had the number wrong.
Oh, I apologize. I got excited about the last one. My apologies. Ordinance 2425, which is a second reading, and it's exempting certain Morton Grove employers from the Cook County paid leave ordinance.
Which was explained at the previous meeting. Any other, we need a motion to approve ordinance 2425, as this is a second read.
I'll make the motion to approve ordinance 2425 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Minks, seconded by trustee Travis. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Ordinance 24-25 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, my apologies. Ordinance 2430, as I said, first reading, we're going to ask for a waiver of the second reading. It's authorizing the Village of Morton Grove to sell property commonly known as 6210 Dempster Street, Morton Grove, Illinois. And just to clarify, there are going to be some minor changes to the agreement, but they'll be substantially similar in line with what the board has seen, just language changes, I would say. With that, presented for a waiver of second reading and consideration by the board.
I need a motion to waive the second reading of ordinance 24-30.
I'd like to make a motion to approve ordinance.
No, to waive the second. reading.
Waive the second
Yep,
reading for ordinance 24-30.
that's right.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Sheba, seconded by trustee Phil to waive the second reading for ordinance 24-30. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Now.
Ordinance 20,
Go ahead.
so it's passed 6-0 to waive the second read of 24-30.
Second reading has been waived. Now we need a motion to approve ordinance 24-30. Go ahead, Asher.
Aye.
You were so excited.
I was excited about this one, actually. It's about time we do this. I'd like to make a motion to pass ordinance, approve ordinance 24-30.
Second that.
Motion made by trustee Sheba, seconded by trustee Khan to approve ordinance 24-30 as presented. Any questions, discussions, clarifications? Sure.
I'd like to say something. So I'm a little bit excited about this because This was on the table for many, many years, and then it was off the table for a little while, and we finally got it back. So I'm really excited, and I'm more excited for the staff and the staff that works here full-time, as well as the police department, that we're finally going to get a new home. So that's why I'm a little excited.
Any others?
Yes, I'd like to make a comment.
Trustee Phil?
Just so the public knows what this is about, is we are selling a piece of property that we own on the north side of Dempster Street that the bank is moving into. They will build their own building there. So I just wanted the public to know that. That's all.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Ordinance 24-30 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Before we move on to the 2431, I do want to thank our park commissioners, for past and present, who also helped bring this to fruition, because it did take a lot of their help to make sure that this got done, and we appreciate our park commissioners. So if you guys want to raise your hand so people know who you are, if you've been on there, Keith, get it up. Roger. Yep. Next up, you have Resolution 2471.
77.
77.
Just for clarification, it was structured as a resolution. It'll be corrected in its final form. So it doesn't need a second reading, and it's Resolution 2477, and it's authorizing the Village of Morton Grove to acquire property commonly known as 6201 Dempster Street in Morton Grove, Illinois. And similar to the last item, we have some minor language changes we may adjust, but it will be substantially similar to what the board is considering tonight.
Need a motion to approve Resolution 74-77.
We don't have,
2477.
it's 2431.
2431, but it should be resolution. Oh.
Oh, resolution, what was it again?
2477.
Okay. So there will be no.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Looking for a motion to approve Resolution 24-77.
I'll make
moved.
the motion to approve Resolution 2477.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Mink, seconded by Trustee Phil, to approve Resolution 24-77 as presented. Any discussion, questions, clarification?
Yes, for public consumption. This is where we are buying the bank building. So it's selling one, buying one.
No, it's mismarked as Ordinance 2431. It's actually Resolution 24-77. It was just a misprint. It's on the top of the second page, third page.
Third page.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Resolution 24-77 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Next up, any other thing on your report?
The only thing I wanted to say is that in regards to the last two items, they would not be possible if it wasn't for Ralph Serwinski, Zoe Hydorn, and our Corporation Counsel of Terry listed. So I just wanted to mention that.
And you stepping in, don't negate that. Corporation Counsel, any reports? Reports by trustee. Trustee Khan.
Thank you, Your Honor. I do have a couple ordinances to read. Ordinance 24-26, which was introduced November 26, 2024, and today we are doing the second reading. This ordinance is authorizing an amendment to the Village of Morton Grove 2024 adopted budget, which was read last time. So I make a motion to approve the ordinance 24-26 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Khan, seconded by trustee Travis to approve ordinance 24-26 as presented. Any questions, clarifications, discussion? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Ordinance 24-26 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have ordinance 24-27, which was again introduced in the last meeting on November 26, 2024, and we are doing the second reading tonight. This ordinance is implementing a municipal grocery retailers occupation tax and a municipal grocery service occupation tax for the Village of Morton Grove. And I'd like to make a motion to approve the ordinance 24-27 as presented.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Khan, seconded by trustee Minks to approve ordinance 24-27 as presented. Any questions, discussions, clarifications?
I have a comment.
Trustee Thill.
Public consumption again. just so you know that we are not raising your taxes to a degree that we want to. The state has taken our tax away from the groceries, so we have to augment what we've lost, what the state have done. We have to cover that. This is why we're doing this. Thank you.
Any others?
Not any formal report, but I do want to wish
No,
everyone.
we gotta vote.
Oh, we got to,
Yep,
I thought
we
we
gotta
were done. We got to wish everyone happy holiday and be done with
It's all right.
it.
Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Sheba? Aye. Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Ordinance 24-27 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Trustee Khan?
Yes, as you all can tell, we all are so excited with this nice meeting that we had tonight. So many great things, so many great announcements. And I personally just wanted to wish everyone a great holiday season, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and any other holidays that you guys celebrate. Stay safe and have a joyful time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That finishes my report for tonight.
Thank you, Trustee Khan. Trustee Minks?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no formal report this evening, but I did want to make mention that the Morton Grove Firefighters Association is currently collecting monetary donations for the purchase of holiday meals for families in need. Donations will be accepted until December 13th. Donations are accepted via mail or drop-off at the Morton Grove Fire Station Number 4, Attention Food Drive, 6250 Lincoln Avenue. Checks should be made payable to the Firefighters Association of Morton Grove. And having the great meeting that we had tonight, I too wanted to wish everybody happy holidays, however you may celebrate. I want you to have a safe and joyful holiday season, and we'll see everybody in the new year. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Minks. Trustee Sheba?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Resolution 2466, authorizing a contractual agreement with Dell Incorporated to provide for the renewal of a Microsoft Enterprise Agreement for Microsoft software licensing for operating and productivity software for the village and its users. This is to authorize an enterprise-wide software agreement with Microsoft Corporation through Dell, Inc., the current state of Illinois contract reseller for operating and productivity software. This is the Microsoft Enterprise Agreement will allow the village to maintain licensing, compliance, software updates, upgrades, and technical support. I move that we pass Resolution 2466.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Sheba, seconded by Trustee Whitko to approve Resolution 24-66 as presented. Any questions, discussions, clarification? Hearing none. Clerk?
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan? Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Resolution 24-66 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you very much.
I would also just like to wish everyone here a very joyful and happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Please be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. And Happy New Year. We'll see you guys next year.
Thank you, Trustee Sheba. Trustee Phil?
Boy, have I got a report tonight.
Yeah.
I have Resolution 2467. It's authorizing appropriations of 2025 motor fuel tax funds for the maintenance of the streets and highways. I move we accept Resolution 2467.
Second?
Motion made by Trustee Phil, seconded by Trustee Travis. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none. Clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba? Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Resolution 24-67 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Do I do the background first or the resolution first? Background first?
Yeah, just for Resolution 2472.
Okay, I have Resolution 2472. It's authorizing an asset transfer agreement with the Village of Morton Grove to the Village Niles Water Commission. Let's see here. During the design stage of the Morton Grove Niles Water Commission water system, the project engineers determined that it would be more cost-effective to reline approximately 14,100 feet, a 20-inch water main that was owned by the Village of Morton Grove, and transfer the said water main and related infrastructure and equipment to the Morton Grove Niles Water Commission for the use as part of its distribution system. The Morton Grove Niles Water Commission successfully completed relining the water main in November of 2024. This resolution will approve an intergovernmental agreement between the village and the Morton Grove Water Commission to effectuate the transfer of these assets. I move we accept Resolution 2472.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Phil, seconded by trustee Minks to approve resolution 24-72. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Resolution 24-72 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Now, this next one is in reverse. During the design and the stage of the Morton Grove Niles Water Commission water system, the project engineers determined it was necessary to construct infrastructure improvements within the Morton Grove South Reservoir property on Oakton Avenue to efficiently provide water for the Morton Grove Niles Water Commission system for the village water distribution system. The Morton Grove Niles Water Commission has completed the construction and installation of these improvements. This resolution will approve an intergovernmental agreement between the village and the Morton Grove Niles Water Commission to effect the transfer of these assets. I move we accept Resolution 2473.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Phil, seconded by trustee Travis. Any discussion, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba? Aye. Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Resolution 24-73 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
I have Resolution 2474, authorizing contract with Advanced Tree Care Incorporated, Lincolnshire, Illinois, for the 2025 tree trimming program. I move we accept Resolution 2474.
Second.
Motion to approve resolution 24-74 is presented by trustee Phil, seconded by trustee Minks. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none, clerk, please call the vote.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba? Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Resolution 24-74 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I want to compliment the Public Works Department on the outstanding job of collecting the leaves this year. I hope at the next meeting that I'll be able to report the tonnage that we collected and the cost. A couple things I'd like to mention. We got another one?
Two more.
Holy smokes. I have Resolution 2475. It's authorizing a fire station 4 mansard roof improvement. I move we accept Resolution 2475.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Phil, seconded by trustee Minks to approve resolution 24-75. Any questions, discussions, clarifications? Hearing none.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Resolution 24-75 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have Resolution 2476. It's authorizing Fire Station 4 and Fire Station 5 HVAC system replacement project. I move we accept Resolution 2476.
Second.
Motion made by trustee Phil, seconded again by trustee Minks to approve resolution 24-76. Any discussions, questions, clarifications? Hearing none. Clerk.
Trustee Phil?
Aye.
Trustee Travis?
Aye.
Trustee Whitko?
Aye.
Trustee Khan?
Aye.
Trustee Minks?
Aye.
Trustee Sheba?
Aye.
Resolution 24-76 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Can I have a couple other comments?
Sure.
People will be getting a lot more boxes this time of the year. And Groot and Swank, they want us to crush the boxes. They don't want you to set the boxes out, construct it, flatten them out, and set them out there. And then as far as recycling wrapping paper, if it's got foil on it, and if it's got bling on it, that's for garbage. But other than that, you just stack them up and put them out in your recycling bin. And then, let's see. You treat the greeting cards the same as wrapping paper. Do not put all your stuff in one plastic bag and put it out. They don't want it in plastic bags. They want it in the containers. So I think that about covers it. But then again, I have it on the same page. Thank you very much for the leaf pickup. It was outstanding. And pass it on to the guys. And also, I wish everybody holiday, no matter how you celebrate it, just celebrate it safely. End of my report.
Thank you. Trustee Travis?
Thank you. Toys for Tots. The police department is hosting the Toys for Tots program this year. Please bring unwrapped toys to one of the 5 village locations of either the police department, Village Hall, Fire Station number 4, Morton Grove Park District Prairie View Community Center, or the Morton Grove Public Library. The collection ends on December 13th, and I'd like to wish everyone a happy holiday and a very happy and safe and healthy new year. Thank you. End of my report.
Thank you, Trustee Travis. Trustee Whitko?
Thank you. Tonight I have the second read of Ordinance 24-28, approving a text amendment to modify and reestablish regulations relating to tree preservation and protection and establish a tree planting fund. This was read in its entirety last month, so I'll only add that I see Andrew Hoffman here, so thank you for your help with this. And I move that we approve Ordinance 24-28.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Whitko, seconded by Trustee Thill, to approve Ordinance 24-28 as presented. Any discussions, questions, clarification? It was a tie.
Just a comment. I'd like to thank the Environmental and Natural Resource Commission for pushing this forward. This was 16 years ago that we tried to do this, and we lost it by 1 vote. But I'm proud to say I think we're going to pass it tonight. End my comment.
Any other comments? Clerk, please call the vote. We'll see there, Trustee
Okay.
Thill.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
Trustee Whitko.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba. Trustee
A
Thill.
grand slam. Aye.
Ordinance 24-28 passes 6-0, Your Honor.
And on the staff end, Zoe, thanks for getting this done and bringing it to fruition.
Of course. And then I'll just also say happy holidays to everyone. I wish everyone a very happy, peaceful, lovely 2025. That's the end of my report.
Thank you. Any other business brought before the board tonight? Presentation of warrants in the amount of $2,960,565.21. Trustee Khan.
I make a motion to approve the warrant register for December 10, 2024, in the amount of $2,960,565.21.
Second.
Motion made by Trustee Khan, seconded by Trustee Travis, to approve the warrants for $2,960,565.21. Any discussions, questions, clarification?
Can I sneak something in I forgot?
Is this on the warrants?
No.
When we're done. Let's pass this and then you can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Trustee Whitko.
Aye.
Trustee Khan.
Aye.
Trustee Minks.
Aye.
Trustee Sheba. Aye. Trustee Thill.
Aye.
Trustee Travis.
Aye.
The December 10th warrants pass as presented 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you, Trustee Thill.
I miss this. I miss a lot of things. The holiday light recycling. From now until February the 1st, 2025, the village will be collecting holiday lights for recycling. The lights must be disconnected from any decorative items, and the lights must be deposited in the recycling bin located in the, next to the finance counter. In other words, do not put them in your bin. You got to bring them to the city hall. End of my report again.
Good point. Thank you very much. Residents' comments? Hearing none, I just need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Trustee Minks, seconded by Trustee Khan to adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned at